Arsenal are the current favourites at -110, with Manchester City sitting at +110 after coming from 2 goals down to win against Tottenham Thursday. Then is Manchester United still a long shot at +2,000, but perhaps not yet out of the title race. Joining us back here on stage in Orlando, the man who won 8 major trophies in 7.5 years at Chelsea, Mr. Gary Cahill, is alongside us. And Gary, I want to look ahead to Arsenal against Manchester United tomorrow, but from a man who's won 2 Premier League titles, 8 major trophies, knows exactly what it's like to win the title and how to do it. Do you look at Arsenal as having the staying power, or do you look at Manchester City as having the staying power and coming back?
I think there's an element where you can never rule out Manchester City, but I would say in this moment in time, I'm very confident for Arsenal. I think in previous years, they have had this soft side to them, where they'd look like a top team, and then they just struggle in a few games and all of a sudden they're gone. And I don't see that in this Arsenal team at this moment in time. I think they've got a great structure, a great backbone, and they're playing with pure confidence.
And it's interesting, Tim, because over the last few years, you'd look at Arsenal, Man United, and you'd be like, well, Arsenal could easily lose this. It's hard to see them losing this tomorrow, isn't it?
No, I agree with Gary. I think they're the best balanced team in the Premier League. Defense, attack, and transition. It's nearly impossible, because I think they've been almost perfect throughout the season, to see where they can lose the game. That being said, I think Manchester United have evolved. Ten Hag has had to put in a foundation and fundamentals with his team. And in recent weeks, since he's got that foundation and those fundamentals down, he's been able to tweak the game plan to play against City, which is going to be different than the way he's going to play against Arsenal. His team is starting to understand exactly what he wants.
Is it relevant at all that Manchester United have already beaten Arsenal this season?
I don't think so, because I actually thought on the day Arsenal were the better team. I want to take you down the road back to when we went to the Emirates, that we saw the fans. I think the fans of Arsenal might have a role to play in this, because remember we were at the Emirates, they were 1-0 down to West Ham. The fans got behind the team, lifted them, and they went on to victory. This week, Pep Guardiola was having a go at his Manchester City fans, who accept that they're champions and expect them to be champions. I think the Arsenal fans have got a role to play in keeping this young team honest and backing them all the way to the line.
Robbie, since we've had the rights on NBC, it's been Manchester City and Liverpool pretty much the whole time for the last 10 or so years. This is like going back in time. Manchester United and Arsenal, top of the league.
It's like our era. We played against brilliant Arsenal, Manchester United teams under legendary managers as well. No, I'm not saying that these teams are anywhere near that or getting closer to that. Maybe United have got to do a little bit more work, but it's good to see Arsenal fans and Manchester United fans excited again about what their managers are doing at the football clubs. They're reinventing them. I think Arsenal certainly showed at Tottenham what they can bring. They can bring silky, intelligent, great, creative football, and then showed some steel in the second half and some durability, which they're going to need, as Gary says, on the run-in to try and win this title.
No, Casemiro as well, Rebecca, is a big thing, isn't it, for Man United?
Yeah, absolutely. The back line for Manchester United will not have Casemiro in front of them tomorrow at the Emirates when they go to take on Arsenal. Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. For even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you over there.